Alright, you can start it. Oh shit, I put Packers Bears. I put Packers Vikings. Oh man. Well, you should try and set up some
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They run again on first down. Cook.
Ooh.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
Did you bullet that?
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
If you want to try and dev him, oh shit. If you want to try and
dev him, that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the delay, Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 6.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
That's a good read.
First down, Minnesota.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This is Johnson. He's got
burned him.
Touchdown.
Burned him.
Vikings.
Yeah, that's my second string safety right there.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle.
Yeah,
hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
He probably would have swatted it or something. They looked like they were running pretty tight next to each other.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got a mismatch here, but I'm not going to do it.
They'll run it with Jones, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah,
a gain of 5,
fucking
good enough
Valdez
for the first down.
First and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Damn,
and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Love from the gun. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
He almost had that. Did he do square? Or did he do,
Love fires that quickly outside. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To the air again, Love. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Second and 10. Going back to Love. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back.
It'll only work like towards the end of the game.
Thank you.
Like you have to call it like
back for
right before
quarter number 3.
Yeah.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They run it again with Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That will throw here to his running back.
Get him.
And they'll get this well past
that's Henry?
before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
How the fuck you break that? And then I was like, oh, it's fucking Henry.
It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On play action.
No, not over the middle.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Yeah, you had him, dude.
Return will stop him well inside
did you get a
so it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Taking it about the 36. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Yeah, that would have been pretty nice, man. But
here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
And turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action now. Mariota lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
Good, boy. Oh, that was so bad. Fucking when you moved to the sideline, I saw my cornerback like take the worst angle ever. That was so bad.
His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Is Irv Smith star? Is he a
At their own 22-yard line.
I want to try hitting. I'm going to try and get terrified.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
He didn't even catch it. He didn't even catch it. He didn't.
Move the ball at least a few
What an
times
asshole.
on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build
That's so
off of.
dumb.
That's what they're looking for here.
That would have been a touchdown.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Love. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch the whip.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
That was a bad fucking tackle.
100 yards yet.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
That was a bad. Damn, that was a bad user. Fucking A. Nice play, though.
Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Did you click on or no? Oh, you did?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Jones. And give him 6 yards
He
here
just kind of
as he
ran
stopped
right
near
through
the
the tackle.
35 at the 34.
The ball carrier.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Shooting the gap. Shooting the gap. Check you out, Daryl. Nice.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Ooh, that was a bad punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Tackle made at the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 3rd and short yardage.
Oh, hit him. Fucking A.
Finding Jefferson. The 20, 10, and he
did.
Touchdown.
That was pretty.
Viking.
That was pretty.
Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year, and the Vikings have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
First throw now for the backup, Rodgers.
Oh, no. He bulleted it. It was supposed to be a touch pass. Damn.
That's where the return stops. What a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this.
It was supposed to be a touch.
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Oh, no. There we go.
And that'll be incomplete.
I got baited in the run real fucking hard.
Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Mariota.
Oh, no.
That's
Flag.
incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Yeah, he
Some
did.
boos coming down right now from this home crowd.
I don't know why
after
Amos
that call.
dropped down so hard like
Because of
that.
the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, fucking Aaron. If I don't throw another bullet pass.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
I think I ran outside the
second
pocket.
down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
Oh, man. Another bullet pass. Who's that, Rodgers again? Damn, he's washed.
And they will finally get
He jumped that play, though.
That
was nice.
has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Mariota, and his pass incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
From the 8-yard line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mariota.
Oh,
And this ball is
no.
caught by
Herb Smith.
Touchdown, Vikings.
To Herb Smith.
Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
Damn,
And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Damn, Daryl.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
23.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I was actually trying to come out
at the 31-yard line.
Because I seen they were playing that cover 3, but I couldn't find the 4 words.
Off the play fake, Love. And he will find his man on the outside. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Not doing too bad. Well, to be fair, whatever. I'm not really gonna give it any excuses. It's all good.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I should have played Aaron Rodgers on this one.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
3rd and 26?
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
I'm just going to go for it.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Fuck, I don't have a... Oh, man.
Again, it's Love.
And...
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's 4th down.
Gotta get 12 yards.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down.
He dropped it. Terrace Marshall. He dropped it.
Go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook.
He dropped 2.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
That was pretty bad.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Again, it's Henry.
Ooh, nice.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
Was it 34?
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Today's final score, Vikings.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on off.
I need to go back and see these